Microphone to you.
Coach, in the first half, it seemed like you couldn't buy a basket. Was that their startling defense, or you think a little Louisville hangover, or?
Well, you got to give them credit for how they played in the first half. They controlled the whole half. We were lucky we weren't down 10 at halftime. We made a couple baskets right at half. We were down 12 with 4 minutes to go in half. And they were executing, making shots, and we weren't being aggressive enough going after balls. So they were just doing whatever they wanted, and they were comfortable. Kid Tyler was unbelievable. He was making everything. And so in the second half, when we got it close, we just said, hey, we got it to 5, and then we just got lazy. I subbed, said that's it, and then we went and got it up to 12-14. So, but it was they had a good game plan. They tried to force us into the baseline. When we caught it, they were forcing us that way. When teams do that, you get 7-footers. You just got to drive that way. And not many teams have played us because that gives us that lane for that layup. And but it was good because it kind of got us a little bit. In the second half, I think we settled in a little bit. Really made shots.
Coach, do you subscribe at all to the last 4 minutes of the first half, first 4 minutes of the second half?
Oh yeah,
thank you.
It's important. But you think about it. We had it. We're up 7, ready to go. Up 5, ready to go. And we play great defense. And one guy stops, and the ball's thrown to half court, and our guy walks, and they tip it to their guy, and they're getting a 3 now. Our guy could have stolen that ball, and we'd have been up 7. And it's just the importance of every possession we don't get yet. And young kids don't. Inexperienced players don't. Really pleased with Josh again tonight. Pleased with DeAndre's effort. Not shooting the ball as well as he had been. Brandon Knight running the team. Duran made shots again. Duran offensively really gives us a lift. And we, 12 turnovers and playing as fast as we are is pretty good stuff for a young team, an experienced team.
John, there was a stretch there in the second half where you got 3 straight blocks on the basket and 3 straight threes in a row. Talk about that stretch that kind of broke the game over.
Well, I mean, that's all effort and hustle plays, and you want us to play like that all the time. And I know I'm asking a lot. I'm asking guys to come every game ready to go and ready to battle. But I think if you demand a lot, you get a lot. If you accept mediocrity, you're going to get it every single time. If you accept what they want to give you, that's what they're giving you. And so my career has been about not accepting anything but your best. I don't care how old you are. If you're 18 or 24, it doesn't matter to me. And so, we had guys, they stepped it up in the second half. I mean, they stepped on the gas. But I'm telling you, if we played in a league game and did this, we're down 15 at half, and it's a struggle now. The other team, they're going to grind it a little bit more and make us make chances, and they keep making shots, you lose the game. I mean, that's the lesson of this game.
Coach, you got some of the nicest suits and a great fashion sense. Do you talk to your players about how they should dress and look?
No, they wouldn't listen to me. They get mad because I pull my pants up.
How much has Josh Harrelson benefited from practicing with Ennis every day?
That's helped him. But what's helped him is he's changed habits. He's conditioned. He's 40 minutes before practice. He comes out and goes full body conditioning. Goes in the locker room, lays around for about 15 minutes, tries to get his mind back, and then he goes out and practices for 2 hours. And that's what's changed him. It's nothing else. It's his habits have changed. And he's building his own self-esteem because he's performing in games. You can do whatever you want to practice. You walk in that game and you can't demonstrate performance, you're not going to build self-esteem and confidence. You walk in there and turn it over or get rebounded on or get scored on twice. I don't care what you do in practice. You can do it against Michael Jordan. It does not matter. Got to do it in the game. And he's performing in games right now.
John, obviously in the first half they made a lot of threes, and in the second half they couldn't even get them off. What changed there?
Sub some guys. He subbed some players. It only takes one guy breaking down. You know, we just left guys in corners. We don't leave corner shooters. And we come from the weak side of the block and we stun off court. We don't leave corners. Well, we gave them, I think, 4 first half looks in the corner with no one. We left them. And I was going bananas. Like, I cannot believe, you know, we're doing this. And I thought the second half they did a better job. But you got to give Penn credit. I mean, they came in with a game plan. They executed. If we didn't have that run at halftime, they may have beaten us.
Can you talk about that play at half court where somebody quits on the ball and they get a 3 out of it? You said yesterday your will is stronger than Terrence's. Is he testing that?
No, it's his habits. And he's got to know what's acceptable and what's not acceptable, just like Josh does and just like Eloy does. Eloy went over in the first half and played pretty well. Did some good things. Second half, I put him in. The first ball that comes out, there's no one near him. He one-hands it. That's all we're talking about, Gareth. Every ball with 2 hands. One hand, unacceptable, you're out. That's an error that we talk about 1,000 times in practice. We do everything with 2 hands. If your habit is that bad, you better change it or you're coming out. So there are those kind of things. I mean, it's not, well, he makes a mistake. That is not the kind of mistake that's a good mistake. I mean, you know, there's things that you're going to do as a young player. But again, you look at Josh. He's going after every ball with 2 hands. Look at him. Every ball with 2 hands, and he's leading our league in rebounding. Josh Harrelson is leading our league in rebounding because he's changed his habit and he's going after every ball with 2 hands. I got to get Eloy doing the same. I just got to get him doing the same thing.
Calipari, I think Darius had 11.7 boards.
Darius played great in the second half.
Are you getting the sense that he's starting to give that consistent type of performance that you need
because
from
in the first half he didn't go after any balls. And he just was flopping around on the court. Boom, next guy. Here we go. And so second half, he went in and he played. Did all the stuff he could do. I mean, it's, again, you know, I think he should be all league. That's what I think. But it doesn't matter what I think or you think. It's what he thinks. And I think he should be as good as anyone in our league. There's some guys who give him problems, but he'll give people problems. You saw him in the post. He can shoot a 3. He can make free throws. He's good with the ball. Just got to be tougher, man. Mix it up, man. Come on. And if he does that, told him, you guys wrote stories and had him in the front page of a newspaper. He had 7 points and 7 rebounds. Finally, yeah, because he jerks some balls away from someone else. We're all stunned and we're writing stories. He can do that. Needs to play that way.
John, Jerome Allen said he had you guys right where he wanted you, especially with the youth. How do you think you guys are responding? Are they over that youth part where they wouldn't get rattled now?
No, we are what we are. This is who we are. And, you know, they had a couple guys that could make shots and they made them. All of a sudden they're up 12. We had a couple guys break down and gave them baskets and we're down 12. They settled down in the second half and they all, if one guy wasn't playing, he was out. Because I needed 5 guys to compete so we could create a gap. And then when we got the gap, then I went back to those other guys and let them play a little bit. You have to get the gap. You have to. We're here to win games. But look. We just shot. Like I'm like, wow. We just went 18 for 22 in the second half shooting the ball. Brandon Knight goes 4 assists, no turnovers, 8 for 12, 4 for 7, 2 for 2, 2 rebounds, and he defended Rosen and did a good job. So, wait a minute, he was good. Duran was pretty good. DeAndre was good. Didn't shoot it as well as I'd like, and he's been shooting great in practice. I don't know why he's missing shots, but, you know, so when you look at this, we got good stuff. But you know what? We want more. I want more than just, okay, we won by 20. I want this team to start understanding you got to be a little bit of a juggernaut. And that means 5 guys, 1 heartbeat. We're not 1 heartbeat right now. We're about a heartbeat and a half and a half. We're not bang, 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 bang. We're not there yet. At times against Louisville, we were. At times against Notre Dame, we were. At other times, both of those games, we were not. So, you know, this is when you're coaching young teams, and I've done this a few different times in my career. Your will has to be stronger than theirs, and you're not giving in, and I don't give in. And at the end of the day, if I've done my job and Terrence has responded, Terrence Jones will be the best player in the country by the end of the year. If he wants to be. If he wants to listen and change some habits, he'll be the best player in the country by the end of the year. Or he may be nudged by somebody else on our team. But if he wants to be, then change habits, do these things, and you can do it. And you know what? If he's capable of doing that, shouldn't I expect that? Well, he's only 18. So? What does that mean? And I should expect that. And that's, you know. But now we got Georgia. At Georgia, already sold out. Does that surprise anybody here? Another Super Bowl game we got to play down in Georgia. League's going to be terrific. I mean, it's going to be hard. I mean, I'll tell you all this. We're playing on our half, the Eastern half. Our 10 games on the Eastern half, I'll play against any other leagues that they're playing in their teams, where they're not playing doubles. They're not playing the teams twice, they're playing once. So our 16 games, we got 10 of them are in this half. Think about that. Our strength of schedule at the end of the year will stay in the top 15 or 20, maybe higher. On a team that's this young, all freshmen and inexperienced, yeah. Yep. It's going to be a tough road for us.
John, back to Josh for a minute. He's not the greatest leaper, with all due respect, yet he's pretty good at blocking shots. Why is that?
He times him. He's pretty good. He'll get a body on a guy so a guy can't jump, and then he goes after it. But I'd rather him just body up than block because we can't afford him to be in foul trouble. I was thinking about playing the small team today, some just to do it. And I didn't get a chance to because I also want to try to get Eloy minutes to see if he can do this. So we're a little bit in a jam, but you know, just have to figure it all out. You know, here's Darius, and I said he just played okay. He has 11.7 rebounds, 6 assists, and 2 blocks and 2 steals. I'm like not satisfied. I don't start him in the second half. That's how good I think he is. That's how good I think he is. Brandon, I'm so proud of him. How many of you were in Hawaii with us? Different player in it. Different player. And that's what you're trying to see. The guys want to change and want to get better. We're on him about his defense. And you know what? Today he went out and said, I'm going to guard better. And he did. So, a lot of good stuff. Anything else?
Yeah, John. Talk about going back to the night situation when Eloy didn't work the guard, he grabbed the ball with both hands. Knight jumped on him. Talk about that.
And Eloy argued, and that's why I took him out. Instead of saying, my fault, I should have grabbed that with 2. He started arguing, boop, out. And, you know, these guys got to understand that I want, and what's happening is, because Brandon is really running our team and playing for his teammates, he's not playing for himself anymore, he's playing for them, he can say whatever he wants now. Early in the season, can't speak much. Looking at you like, man, come on, how about passing the ball? I mean, that's, now he truly is running the team and playing for everyone on it. Did you see the pass he threw ahead to Duran and told him to shoot it? Shoot it, shoot it, shoot it. I mean, he is playing for, so now he can do this. He's taking more of a leadership role. And I think he wants to lead, but it's hard. Every player that I've had that's been in a position like he's been, you don't come in and just take over a team. You got to earn that, and you got to do it over a period of time. And he's slowly and surely doing it. Thanks. Thanks, Ron.